You know what is interesting is this almost matches the input 29.8, 29.7. How odd is that? Usually you don't see that. It serves as a power brick and it also serves as a power bank. So you could use it as both at the same time. However, that being said, I do wish that there was something with watt hours depicted on this. And with most Anker products, they're solid, but they're usually exaggerated, especially when it comes to the MAH. So I picked up this little sweet number. I said, you know what? I'm a big fan of power banks. I've got basically all the Anker primes with the quick charger. Now I'm going to be comparing this to the 20,000. It's not entirely fair. So we're going to just be using this for size references only. And you see how dainty this actually is. A lot of people usually care about the MAH. You know, 9600 MAH, that's great because I have a phone that's 2000 or 2500 and you'll get X amount of charges out of it. What really matters is the watt hours. And you know, on the side of this box, they don't list it on this side, and on the back side. It's just nowhere to be found. However, we will be testing that because I feel like that is something very important. Although it seems like all people care about is it a true 9600? Keep in mind that you take that number that's on the back and then you deduct about 20% of that, and then that should be the actual capacity of it. They never really are exactly what they say. Anker's a pretty big company, and it's odd that they actually don't list the watt hours anywhere on this. But we will find out today. Okay, that thing is tiny. That is super dainty. It comes with like a little tiny lanyard. That's nice. That's adorable. We got a little travel case with it. Some reading material. And then a piece of paper of sorts. I have no idea what that is. Okay, this is much smaller than I had anticipated. Tell you what I do want to do, though. I do 100% want to remove this lanyard. As cute as that may be, I'm sure some people would love that. I'm going to be a monster for a second. So as soon as you turn it on out of the box, 21%, you're going to tell me you don't love that display? You're out of your damn tree. It is a whole lot better than the original one that they have. Notice there's 0 watt hours on the back of this. Nothing. It is definitely small, man. I mean, when we're comparing it, we're going to see how much this charges at too. So let's compare it. This is the 20,000 mAh, you know, the bigger brother, and then you have even the bigger brother. But I actually do use this. And we're going to see what this charges at using a true 100-watt cable, if it can actually charge that. And of course, with all the stuff, we're going to test the actual input of what this speed is. You know what is interesting is this almost matches the input, 29.8, 29.7. How odd is that? Usually you don't see that due to the accuracy of that actually charging at what that's reading at. So you'll see it here on their website, $89.99. You'll see that I purchased this on August 8th, and I believe I got it for $88.99. So it's essentially $1 cheaper on Amazon than it is on Anker, and I'll provide a link directly to this. It might be a little bit difficult to find considering whenever you search on Amazon, what you pull up is the other Anker primes. Yep, oh, there it is, but that might be because I purchased it. It did pull out to 5,118 milliamp hours. That's much lower than I had anticipated. I was expecting around 7,000, but what really is not the greatest is 23.8 watt hours. And you'll see that that is at a 0%. So let's talk about this $90 hunk of metal. Is it worth it? It's tough. I've never seen a power bank, at least from a major manufacturer, that has this type of plug to where you plug it in, you fully charge it, you could use the 2 outlets. So it kind of serves as a dual purpose. It serves as a power brick, and it also serves as a power bank. So you could use it as both at the same time. However, that being said, I do wish that there was something with watt hours depicted on this. And with most Anker products, they're solid, but they're usually exaggerated, especially when it comes to the MAH. It's not bad for, if you're going to use a laptop and then charge it or charge a phone. You only do have those two ports. There's nothing else on here. You got that little lanyard piece. But what makes this really unique is this. This is the only manufacturer, the major manufacturer that I know that not only functions as a power brick, but a power bank and with a plug at the same time. So that's a nice little feature. Would I go out and go buy this again? Definitely not. There are other power banks that I've done reviews on that I feel are a little bit better than what this is. That being said, it's not a bad product. I do feel like this should be about $60, $70. And I'm sure you're going to find people that review this and say how great it is. I prefer the original one that has those ports to where you can speed charge it that way. However, if you're going out and about, this is solid, but there's a power bank I'm going to list in the corner up here. Okay. Now, if you're going out and about and you need a power bank, this is going to do exactly that. That power bank I list up there is not only a supercapacitor charger, it is also a power bank. And it is more expensive than this, but it is much better, and you know what you're getting yourself into. I feel like this device would shine if you do a lot of traveling. You don't want to carry a power brick and a power bank at the same time, so it all in one is kind of nice. It's cute. The power out, I had no problem with that. It did do what it registered at, 65 watts. It was accurate with the input power. It was not accurate with the output power. It's faster to charge it with the wall than it is actually charging it through a USB. So just keep that in mind. And it does charge it fast. Again, if you continually charge this way, the longevity of these cells on the inside are going to degrade over time, and then it will charge quicker because there's less capacity. Yeah, it's solid for what it is. $90. Would I go out and go buy another one? Absolutely not. There are other power banks I'd recommend. Again, they're out of this price range of $90. I would check out that link up there. That's a fantastic one. And for USB-C cables, it's always nice when you have ones that kind of attach to it. But this is going to sit on the shelf behind me. I would prefer the Prime model that has about double, but they label it as triple of what this does. It's just nice, and this is just a cute little portable gem that you could go out and kill two birds with one stone.